morning, everyone. So I am gonna have to fast today, and then some. I was 199 this morning. I'm supposed to be 194 tomorrow because I do have a dinner date coming up tomorrow night. So I'm gonna move my weigh-in date up a day, and I think I'm gonna have to work for it. I think I'm gonna have to really work to get to 194. That may be a sweaty morning tomorrow, I don't know, but I was 199 this morning, so that's 5 pounds off. So that'll be a fun challenge. So anyway, heading for swimming right now. All right, heading for swimming. It's dark out. It just keeps getting darker and darker, and then I think it'll be, the time rolls back or whatever it rolls. I guess it falls back, yeah, because it'll be fall. And it's going to be pitch black pretty much through swimming, or most of swimming, and it's difficult on the mind. It just is. I think we're flat out. We're like chickens. We like daylight. You know, it's hard to do it in swimming. I was talking the other day about some things I can bring the other energy, and some things I need to be around energy. Probably most of us are like that, you know, and swimming is not one of my natural things, and so especially in a pool where you go back and forth, so it really helps. Like they started a master's program in the morning now, and so either swimming the masters or swimming with my coach Mark helps me a lot because yeah, it's one where I need to get around energy to do a good swim workout, especially in a pool or even in the bay, even in San Francisco Bay, man. That was like when the first year I tried to swim the English Channel. I didn't know anybody, you know, down there, so I'd show up at the club and do these swims, you know, around the cove there, which is about a mile, and I'd do, you know, 2 or 3 loops of it or something. And not know anybody, so I would do it by myself, and I could sit there and stare at that cold water for a long time until I had the courage to jump in. And some days, you know, when I wasn't feeling it, man, I would stare at it for like 10 or 15 minutes and I wouldn't even get in, man, because it was just, I just couldn't psych up to get in that cold. That's a mentally tough thing. You know, so I started meeting people, and you know, that definitely helped me a lot when I would start doing group swims, and you know, just had some friends to swim with, because yeah, I gotta psych up to jump into that cold water. Anyway, it makes me feel like this pool swim today's gonna be easier. Yeah. So for me, definitely, you know, running, biking, climbing, you know, not climbing as much as hiking, you know, whatever, up a mountain. That is all stuff that when you get on land like that, and that's like my, you know, passion in life. I mean, it just is. I like running from when I was a kid. I used to run to grammar school and back. I was like a mile, and I'd run back and forth to school. I just always loved running. And so that's one that I can bring the energy. I can go out and run for hours and hours and hours by myself. And hiking, you know, with a pack on, same thing, hours and hours and hours and hours. And biking, you know, I biked for 24 hours straight by myself. I biked around Lake Tahoe 4 times by myself, like 300 and something miles. Just round and round and round. I think it was like 28 hours. I can't remember how long it took. But swimming, God, I mean, I've done some stuff by myself but it's really, really, really hard. One time because I was all excited about swimming the English Channel the first time, and I did swim back and forth in the pool for 8 hours by myself. That's a really weird thing. I don't think I could do it now, though. I don't know. Back then I was just really excited about swimming the channel. But that was a long time to go back and forth in the pool, man. A lot of people come and go in 8 hours, let me tell you. So, but yeah, I need the energy now. I need swimming is, I like to be around the energy. Same with weightlifting. Weightlifting, I need to be around the energy. You know, yoga and stretching, I need to be around the energy. I need to be around energy to get a good workout in, get good training in. It's just not in my makeup to get out there and give a great workout by myself. I mean, I occasionally can do it, but it's really difficult mentally. So I'm just laughing because I thought of another example where where it was really cold. One time we were out in the bay and it was like winter, and I mean the wind was whipping, and I shouldn't say it was whipping, but it was blowing, and it was cold. It was one of those ones where everybody on the boat has a jacket on and sweats and just really cold. And I remember we had a boat taking us out. Our club had hired a boat for one of these swims, and he was dropping us out under the Bay Bridge, and and I remember the guy was looking at me when we were getting ready to go, and I stripped all my sweats off and my jackets off and I'm getting ready to jump in. He goes, you couldn't pay me all the money in the world to jump into that cold water. That is one of those things where, man, a good thing I had a boatload of friends who were all jumping in, because to psych up for that on that day, that was a tough one. But really, once you jump in the water was like 50-something degrees, and the air was like 40-something degrees or something like that. So it was warmer in the water once you got in the water. But and I told the guy that, I go, it's gonna be warmer once I jump in there. He says, you tell yourself whatever it takes to get in that water. Anyway, yeah, I definitely needed group energy that morning. All right, got done with my swim, had a little breakfast with my coach, and I am already improving a lot at swimming, and I'm just trying to do it 2 days a week. More, I just don't want to lose my stroke. Me and Mark have worked really hard on my stroke, and I don't want to lose it from lack of use. And so I'm in there swimming. I think I mentioned I don't think it's a great crossover for what I do right now, but I think it is great to keep my hand in it so that when I come back at it, I'll be ready, man. I'm gonna be fired up when I go for that channel again. I forgot, somebody made a comment about I have an Ironman Canada tattoo, and he says, did you get that tattoo for not finishing the English channel? I love these guys talk crap who do nothing, and I'm like, because when I go at that English channel the next time, I've learned a lot about going after the technique end of it. I'll study videos. I will go after the detail stuff that I have ignored, and I'll be ready. I'm gonna definitely hit that French shore the next time, because everybody swims in the bay. All my friends, whenever they go over and try the English channel, they make it. I'm like the only guy who tries. One guy got weathered out 1 year or something, but they make it, and I'm the guy who tries 5 times and don't make it. And I swim with those guys. They're just a lot better swimmers than I am, but I don't know. I'll make it next time. They weren't as, it's like when you start out, they're way, way, way better than you, and then they're just kind of better than you, So by the end, I was getting pretty good. By my last try, I shouldn't say the end, before my last try, that I didn't even get a chance to swim. So when I was over there, the weather was so rough. I was over there for like 5 weeks and never got a chance. It was, not great. But anyway, so yeah, I had a tiger, man. I'm enjoying the swimming, getting in shape faster. When you get in shape, it feels better. I was able to make the intervals today from the coach that there's the master's coach we had this morning, and not sit any out. I had to sit some out before because I just wasn't in shape for swimming the intervals, but now it's like I'm in shape. I'm in better shape, at least to make the intervals, which is exciting. And anyway, I'm fired up. I say that all the time. Fired up, damn it. But I don't care. I don't know what else to say. I'm fired up. I think I forgot to check this last night. I must have been delirious, man. How could I forget an X on Halloween? I got the big X. I must have been delirious. Anyway, I forgot to mark that last night. Look at that. I'm going like, man, it's not Halloween again. It's the 1st. So like I said, today is a fast day. I'm going for 194 right there. So I had somebody today tell me, you're looking gaunt. You're looking gaunt. You know what? When I got fat and I swam, that's what my buddy said, you got too fat. And I was swimming the English Channel at 237 pounds. He only told me that afterwards, but when I was walking around, nobody said a word to me. But when you get thin, people think there's something wrong with you. And I'm going, I'm looking gaunt. I love it. But you know what? I'm not even looking gaunt. I'm looking normal. We just don't even know what people who are, what you're supposed to weigh and what you're supposed to look like in this country, because we're used to like being, you know, we're way overweight. So anybody, if you start going down, they're thinking like, that's not normal. This is a chubby country. You need to be chubby. Now, I'd rather be gaunt, but I prefer to call myself sinewy. I'm sinewy. Getting there for a 196-pound guy. I don't know how I can look so sinewy or gaunt yet. Wait till I lose another 10 or 12. Then I'll really hear it. I can't wait, but I'll be fast as the wind. Or at least as fast as a really, really slow Kenyan. Maybe not. All right. I looked at my workout last night and I got all pumped up because my coach has me down for a sled pull out at the beach, and I don't know, I just really enjoy it out there, and it's really nice weather right now. And my partner here, my boy, Furley B, I got to go drop him off at my sister's house. People said, well, why don't you just throw him on the sled? I go, well, I don't know. I don't think he'd stay there long enough. Anyway, so yeah, he's going to have fun in his own way playing with the little puppy dog, with her little dog, Dash, and I'm going out to the coast and pull the sled. Might try out for Santa's team this year. Who knows? I think I was also thinking, I think I'm on like my 5th fast day. It's been fast Thursdays, but this week it's a fast Wednesday because I have a dinner date tomorrow night. Not a good idea to show up when you're fasting. As I mentioned before, I've done something like that in the past and it wasn't that popular. But when I said I went to breakfast with my buddy Mark ate breakfast. I had a cup of coffee, black coffee. I don't even like black coffee, but I always have to drink it on these fast days because I'm not putting any calories in. And it didn't bother him at all to eat while I just sat there and drank my coffee. Anyway, but you know this, I was thinking about my mind because I've done this so many times now. I think this is like my 5th time. It's like once you get through the unknown of what's, you know, of being able to fast through a day, it's like, it's not that big of a deal, you know. It's like just another day, and my energy is like, my body's getting so used to it that my energy just isn't even dipping. Maybe later today it will be, you know, by the time I hit yoga tonight, you know, with my 3rd workout, maybe it'll be dipping. But boy, it's, you know, it's noon, and I'm, you know, I feel like $1 million bucks, at least maybe a couple $1 million bucks. I feel like ready to hit the coast. All right, I just showed up at the coast, and you can see it's kind of foggy. A lady told me it's been getting foggy and sunny, but that's the difference between our coast and down in SoCal, Southern California. Is our coast can be cold, and it's kind of cold out there, and I'm not really adequately prepared for cold with my sinewy body. I'm probably going to be cold. No, I think I'll work up some heat once I get going. But I wanted to show you something. I'm testing or retesting these shoes. These are like a North Face waterproof or Gore-Tex. I don't know if they're waterproof, water resistant, whatever it is. Gore-Tex shoe that I've used. I've always used these at Arrowhead. And then my buddy put these screws in last year because it was going to be, you know, there was, I guess, for some icy conditions. And so these screws like dig in. And so you know what I mean? Instead of, you know, that sliding, which wastes tons of energy. When you get on icy conditions and you start sliding, it's not good. It's really exhausting. And so he put these screws in, which is, you know, he's right from there. You know, up there in northern Minnesota, there near International Falls, or in International Falls, and so he's a Riley veteran. But I swear, last year when I was doing this at like 50 miles, I thought I could feel these screws poking through the bottom of my feet. So I don't know if it was like an illusion in my head because I was really delirious by then. I'd been going like nonstop. I never slept for 30 hours and was only off my feet for like 2 times for an hour apiece, and I was pretty out of it. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try them out again and see if but I was like 212 last year. Now I'm all sinewy. I'm like 196. Google sinewy if you don't know what it is. I'm like 196 pounds, so maybe I won't feel these things poking through the bottom of my feet, because nothing worse than when you're freezing, you're tired, you're sore, and then screws are poking through the bottom of your feet just to make it harder. All right, I'm gonna go try. This is how I fuel myself on my fast day too. It's like pure, just cold coffee out of a can. I didn't even know they had black coffee out of a can, but the Whole Foods across the street has it, and I just drink this. So like if my energy starts to dip, I have this cold caffeine, 0 calorie, but it works. It works most of the time. Sometimes later in the day it won't work, but it works now. One thing you got to be aware of when you wear these type of shoes is you cannot accidentally walk in somebody's house who has like hardwood floors. That would be bad, to put it mildly. All right, I'm doing a down and back from that end of the beach, that end of Doran Beach to this end. It's 2 miles long, maybe 2.1, and I was just a tick over 40 minutes for the 2 miles. I didn't bring my GPS watch, so I had to use the stopwatch on my phone, but just a tick over 40 minutes. And God, it's tough to get under 20 per mile here, even with my fancy screw shoes. The good news is the screw shoes are feeling pretty good. Okay, but remember, I've only gone 2 miles, and I'm also on the sand. I'm not on hard ice or anything. But I was in the pretty soft sand here today, as soft as it gets here today, as you know, with the conditions. And I don't know. I'm sure it's good, man. That's all I know. I was looking at my log from last year when I trained for this, and I don't think I was wearing the GPS watch out here. I think I was just putting down, you know, my time of training. That was it. That's what I noticed. Just, you know, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it was at Doran Beach. I didn't put down any kind of speed thing. But anyway, freaking, it's beautiful out here. Look at this. I think, man, I got a great freaking life. I got a great life. This is 35 minutes away from my house. It's not that cold, and the sun came out again, so it feels okay, and especially when you're pulling this sled and moving along. So anyway, Eye of the tiger. I didn't look at it. I had the phone in my pocket. I pulled it out and I was like, it was like 40, 45 or 40 something. I was like, no, it's gotta be under 20. Oh well. Eye of the tiger, keep trying. One thing I just noticed, my fancy repair job on the sled where the plastic had broke, literally like it filed open from last year's training. And I tried to just do a little duct tape patch and it's filling up with sand. So there's definitely some friction going on there. Anyway, here's what my weights look like. I got these ankle weights. I think they're ankle weights or maybe some wrist weights, but that equals out to about 15 pounds. Then I count the sled and these poles that I got, and I figure it's close to 20. All right, I'm in the market for a new sled. Right. Just finished my workout. 4 miles walking with this sled, and it was probably more. I probably came in, I was supposed to do an hour workout, and I probably was more like an hour and a half, because on the way back, look at this, when I got that, when the when the duct tape gave out, the sled just filled with sand. It's probably twice as heavy as it was. So that was quite a workout. Definitely let me know that that I need a new sled for sure. I need a new sled for sure. And definitely slowed me down a little bit, but I think it was solid. I think the thing's solid. I think whatever time I'm given for walking on the sand compared to the snow is probably not proper. I mean, I know I'm in really good shape, and I know I can really move along on the pavement. So it's probably a different ratio than what I'm thinking. So I'm sure I'm going to be moving along a lot faster than a sled full of sand and weights. Also, once the sled started to fill up with sand, and I couldn't really keep track of the time anyway with not having my GPS watch, I went down close to the water because I wanted to test out the screws in the shoes. You know, the screws in the shoes. Wait, let me show my balance off this. Anyway, I wanted to show off the screws in the shoes. I see how they worked, and it's interesting. I can feel something there, and I'm willing to feel some discomfort to have better traction, right? I mean, if it's the difference of me sliding or gripping better, I'm willing to put up with some discomfort. What I have to make sure of is that it's not going to be serious pain, you know what I mean? Because then that's not worth it. If it's serious pain, that's going to end up slowing me down more than the friction helps me. So the question is, what I'm feeling, is it just the screw head? Is it just the screw head that's sticking out there, or am I actually feeling the screw end? The pointed end. Am I feeling the pointed end through there? So I'm not sure, because if you glued screw heads on the bottom of your shoe, you're gonna feel them. You're gonna feel them. They're not gonna feel as comfortable as running on rubber or whatever's on the bottom of shoes nowadays. But anyway, figuring it out, man. That's what I'm out here doing. I'll wear these shoes out on the beach every day, and then when I'm going out to 2 weeks before to Scobie, I'll be out there and I'll be testing things out there too. In Minnesota, to make sure I got everything how I want it. Fine line, comfort. Well, I want them both. I want comfort and speed. All right, so one thing I learned was, like I said, I could definitely feel the screws in the sand, especially on the harder sand. But what I'm wondering is if I can get a smaller screw. Like I'm gonna go by the hardware store probably tomorrow and see, you know, these are pretty small screws, but maybe they can be smaller, right? You know what I mean? Smaller screws, and take out the equation that I'm feeling the points of the screws. Take that out of the equation, and just keep this is the biggest thing I need for me, is to keep practicing the gear and trying the gear out and making sure I got it right, and then do it in Minnesota when I get out there and test it there to make sure that I got this right. So and like I said, I'm thinking that I'm thinking the speed, that hole in the sled, that may have slowed me down a lot last week too. It wasn't as bad. It's really bad now. It's just a big hole. But let's try it again with a sled that works. You know, those are high quality kid sleds. I think they're $10 or $12. Got to get a new one though. Pony up, Bradley. Pony up for a new sled. I'll tell you one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't even bring up that I'm having a fast day today out there for that hour and a half on the beach. I'm getting used to not eating. It's weird. I think some of eating a lot of it must be mental too. Like if it's like a habit that you normally eat right at a certain time and all that stuff. Not just your body, but your mind with a habit. I'm just kind of brainstorming with you guys, but it's weird. I mean, I literally have broke the habit of eating. of needing to eat on some of these days. Anyway, this would be one so far. All right, third workout of the day. Going to a 7:15 yoga. Excited about it. It's another kind of mellow one. If you're paying attention to my vlogs, I love the mellow yoga classes. But I'm definitely feeling the fast now. I've done well all day, but I'm definitely feeling a little weaker, a little more tired. Really like to eat something. But eye of the tiger, I'm going to get that, getting that weight down. Going to make my, I got to hit 194 by tomorrow. I don't know if I might have to put on the 3 layers and run. I'm not sure, because it's quite a, I was at 199 this morning, but yesterday I was at 198, so heck if I know. A lot of water. Anyway, I'm excited, closing out the night with a yoga. All right, just finished yoga, 9 o'clock at night, and dang, that was a good yoga class. It was mellow, man. We worked a lot on like hip openers, which are great for me. They're just great. Remember, it's for me to go faster running or walking is hips, lower back, and hamstrings. Those are the 3 that I got to get real stretchy. And I did notice a lot of hip work today, which I really liked. All right. As usual, I add up the calories on a fast day, which was today, November 1st, and it adds up to 0 calories. 0 calories. So I get the fast day and I get the big X, keeping the chain alive, entering a new month, entering my 3rd month of X's. Pretty powerful stuff. Did pretty good on the fast today. A lot better than a few weeks ago when I had the starving day. But definitely tired tonight. Big workout, big day, big fast. I'm not sure if I'm going to take a binge day tomorrow or wait till Friday, but definitely going to eat tomorrow and enjoy it. I know that. Oh, I got to hit that weight though, 194. So, like I said this morning, I was at 190, not 190, 199, I think, or 198. Anyway, got 4 or 5 pounds to lose. Hopefully I lost today and then tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I got to get up and put the 3 layers on and run. And run, Forrest, run! All right, have a good night, everybody.